to my YouTube channel. My name is Kujo and this is the Masterpiece with Kujo. Has it ever crossed your mind why it seems like the topic on purpose is the biggest topic that has been spoken about, researched, and it is the most pursued? I mean, I'm talking the likes of life coaches, spiritual practitioners, spiritual or energy healers, neuro-linguistic practitioners, life coaches, and so many speakers. It seems like right now purpose is a trend, or it has been for years now. Well, I want to discuss that in this video, and I hope it's going to be enlightening and it's going to kind of illuminate or rather even just inspire a lot of you to continue on the journey of purpose, or to want to find out or to want to discover your purpose. The first thing that I would want to highlight as we get into talking about purpose is that, first of all, purpose is not a destination. Purpose is a journey. Yes, purpose is certainly a journey. You know, you do not wake up and say, I'm going to be happy when I get to my purpose, I'm going to feel like this when I get to my purpose, and so forth. It is definitely a journey, therefore it is discovered in phases. I mean, I was about 18 when I discovered the concept of purpose, and I don't know where you might have started to discover purpose. I mean, it was with me. I know when you were younger, you know, you'd have simple conversations with your parents, with your teachers and your friends about what you want to be when you grow up, where do you see yourself, and all of that. But my pursuit to actually discovering and pursuing my purpose began or started in 2005. I was about 18, as I said, and it was in church. God bless that pastor. My pastor at that time was speaking about how you are an individual, how you are created as an individual, as a specific person for a specific reason, and you need to understand why you've been created so that you'll be able to walk the journey of your life that is going to be fulfilling, and that is obviously going to be pleasing to your creator. So that is why I started looking at myself and say, okay, Kujo, do you know your purpose? Do you know where you are going? Do you understand why you've been created? And do you understand the gifts that you've been entrusted with upon your life? So that's how my journey of purpose began. And I mean, it is 2019 now, and it has been quite a while. If I'm to quantify right now my journey or the download of my purpose, because one thing about purpose is that purpose is a concealed a gift, if I may put it like that. It's concealed. It is not obvious. You don't wake up one day and be like, okay, what is my purpose? And then you wake up with an aha moment. You know, it doesn't work like that. Well, according to my journey, as it is, it wasn't, or it is not an obvious journey. It is a journey that requires a person to search. It is a journey that requires a person to be intentional, and it's definitely a journey that requires a person to seek to be fulfilled at each and every single phase of the discovery and of the pursuit of the purpose. So as I was saying, I was introduced to the concept of purpose, and I started asking myself, what do I want to be? Where am I supposed to be? And why am I created? It has been years right now, and I must say, if I am to quantify the download or what I've downloaded so far about my purpose, I can say, man, I've reached a good 40%. And I'm saying a good 40% because I am aware that many people do not even start asking themselves of their purposes. And I'm only giving it a 40% because I believe there's still a lot that I'm going to learn about myself, about my journey and my purpose for creation. And it's a blissful journey. I mean, a life of purpose is definitely a life that is inspirational. It's a life that becomes, you know, that makes challenges and that makes hurdles of life. I mean, it is a fact that you are going to have challenges and hurdles in life, and decisions as well. You're going to have to make decisions based on what you see about your life. Therefore, when you live a purposeful life, when you make decisions based on the fact that you know what you've been created for, or you've got an idea at that time of who you are called to be or who you've been created to be, you make decisions that are based on that. And it also makes the challenges of life quite bearable. And it also, actually, I wrote on my WhatsApp status and on my Instagram, please follow that is the page, please follow me there. I wrote and I said, having an attitude of gratitude, it makes your altitudes to be reachable. So as I'm saying that, when you are living a purposeful life, you automatically become a grateful person. You basically adopt an attitude of gratitude, and an attitude of gratitude is very important in leading you to, or in making life seem very, yes, challenging, but very easy. And at the same time, it makes your goals seem very attainable. Therefore, deciding that you are going to live a purposeful life, it is going to assist you with the decisions that you're going to make. It is going to assist you with the people that you want to hang around with, you know. In my 40% of download, I understand that there is a provision as well for my purpose. I'm not going to share today what I believe my purpose is, but this is to say, when you are walking that journey of purpose, you need to understand that a purposeful life has provision. Provision for where you need to go and who you need to know, and provision for the strength, basically, and the wisdom as well, you know. Although sometimes it might take life lessons to teach you what really life is, it might take circumstances to humble you, and all of that. At the end of the day, when you've decided that you're going to live a purposeful life, you're going to discover what your purpose is and pursue it. It makes all those things seem like, oh, okay, it's just one more experience, it's one more vital component that I need for my journey. Therefore, I wrote it down. Let me just go there. So, purpose is multifaceted, and by that I mean that you do not think, you do not wake up and think, okay, I've been created to save the world, or whatever the case, or whatever your purpose is, and think that is the only thing that you are created for. So purpose is multifaceted, meaning your journey, because in essence you are, as a triune being, as your body, your soul, and your spirit. You've got those three elements that form you, and at the same time, within that triune being that is you, you've got a mental face, you've got an emotional face, you've got a physical face, you've got a financial face, you've got all these things that affect who you are. And therefore, a purposeful journey requires somebody who's very intentional about who they are and where they're going and what they do and what they're not going to do. It is also to be noted that purpose is discovered in phases, man. Purpose is discovered in phases. Yes, when I was 18, when I started seeking my purpose and asking, you know, and asking those questions to God or to the universe, or I don't know what you call your higher power, but mine is God. When I was asking God, you know, what is the purpose upon my life? What was I created for? Why am I me? Why do I have all these things that I have? Why do I think the way that I do? Why do I have the character that I have now? I discovered little by little, I just discovered bit by bit who I was and why, and life started making sense, and I started understanding why I behave the way I do in certain instances, and so forth. But having said that, it is to be noted that purpose requires a commitment. You need to commit to your purpose. You need to commit to the journey, at least, because sometimes you do not understand even where you're going. So at least you need to commit to the journey. Make that decision to commit to the journey of your purpose and run with it. Number two, it needs awareness. You need to be aware of self. You need to be aware of your environment. You need to be aware of why you behave the way you do. You know, I think in my next video I'm going to speak about your behavior. I mean, your behavior as the masterpiece, and your behavior and the purpose upon your life. So it requires you to be intentional about it, and it also requires one to forgive themselves. You're going to need to do a lot of forgiving. You're going to have to forgive yourself for fumbling sometimes, for derailing the path. You're going to have to forgive people sometimes for leading you astray, or sometimes even yourself for letting people leading you astray, for not believing in yourself, and sometimes for just sitting and not even working towards your purpose. And lastly, what I want to say about purpose is that purpose is a journey, and it is never too late to start pursuing your purpose, even to discover your purpose. I mean, you can start today.